Good day, folks. Welcome to Bright Mind Academy, where we bring class to every lesson. In today's video, I want us to look at November 2023 question paper. Okay, yes. So statistics, actually, it starts here. So it says, truck drivers travel a certain distance and have rest before traveling further. Ne? A driver kept record of the distance he traveled in kilometer on 8 trips and the amount of time he rested in minutes before he continued his journey. This information is given in the table below. So this is the distance traveled, and then this is the amount of minutes traveled. Okay, rested. Okay, amount of rest time. Determine the equation of the least square regression line. These are easy remarks that everyone who is doing mathematics, guys, should be in a position of obtaining. This square regression line, you know how to use your calculator to find that. So I'm going to just write the answer. The answer is supposed to be negative 23.85 plus 0.23 x. So it's easy to find this on your calculator. And then the next question says, if a truck driver travels 550 kilometers, predict the amount. Guys, please try to punch your calculator, put this information, and then see that if you can get the same thing in. If not, then it tells you that you are not so sure about the calculator, so you need some assistance before writing maths paper 2. If a truck driver travels 550 kilometers, predict the amount of time in minutes that he should rest before continuing. So we need to see if X, it is 550, how much time of rest will that particular person thereof have. So it's easy, just easy to marks. So far, we have never encountered any problems. Multiply by 550 again. Then we see that the number of minutes rest thereof is going to be what? 102.65. This is what I get. Let me just confirm. Okay, 102.65. Yes. So yeah, and then this is the answer. Write down the correlation coefficient. Correlation coefficient of the data. Remember, it's just R. Okay, R, it is how much. You know how to get that on your calculator also. You get a perfect number. Do not This is one of the mistakes the students like to do. Do not round off this answer to 1. Do not. Leave it as 0.98 like that. And then they say interpret your answer in question 1.3. They are basically saying to you, comment on the data. Comment on the data. So when you comment, it is very strong, positive, what correlation. At each stop, the truck driver spent money buying food and refreshments. The amount spent in rent is given in the table below. So in each interval, he spent this amount of money. So this is the grade 11 data that we are used to. Okay? They say calculate the mean amount. So you just use your calculator, 1 minus VR, and you punch, and then you get that your mean. It is something like, you can add all of these, the total of all of this, it is 1,200. And then I'm going to divide by how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 by 8. So when I do that, I get that my mean thereof, it is something like 150. Answer only 2 marks. Calculate the standard deviation. You also know how to use your calculator. Your standard deviation, it is 50. And then how many stops? At how many stops did the driver spend an amount that was less than 1 standard deviation below the mean? I repeat, at how many stops did the driver spend an amount that was less than 1 standard deviation below the mean? So less than 1 standard deviation below the mean. So below the mean, it is this. Okay, this question can be like spend 1 standard deviation below the mean, or one standard deviation above the mean, or one standard deviation within the mean. When they say within the mean, this is below the mean, above the mean, within the mean. So on this one, you'll find the value of this one, comma, the value of that one. And then you'll find the values that are within the range again, or outside of the standard deviation within the mean. Outside, you can find then the values that are outside, depending on the question they're of. But in this case, they say that is less than one standard deviation below the mean. So it is this one. So it's gonna be what? It's gonna be 150 minus 50.50. And then we have what? Something like 99.9. So 99.50. So the question is, at how many stops did the driver spend an amount less than this one? So which amount is less than that one? Which amount is less than that one? Can we see that 50 rand is less than that one? So at how many stops? Can you see at only one stop? At one stop, he spent an amount that is less than this one. So therefore, at one stop. So the answer is for you calculating this one and then concluding that at one stop. Do not say 50 rand. 50 rand, it is at how many stops? Question 2. At a certain school, the staff committee wanted to determine how many glasses of water the staff member drank during a school day. All teachers present on a specific day were interviewed. The information in there, what is below like that. These are the number of glasses of water drank per day, and then this is the number of staff, blah, 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 like that. Complete the cumulative frequency column provided in the answer book. So I did not provide one, but the cumulative frequency. And then cumulative frequency is just, the first one, it is 5, and then 5 plus 15, it is 20. 20 plus 33. Sorry, I'm just giving out answers now. 20 plus 13, 33. 33 plus 5, 38. 38 plus, yeah, 38, and then 40. Okay. And then, so it means now the staff members that were there were 40. So these were 40 staff members. The question says, how many staff members were interviewed? 40. How can you get also, you can add this one, 5, 15, blah, 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 blah. It is also 40. How many staff members drank fewer than 6 glasses of water during a school? So this one, it is fewer, so 5. This one, it is fewer than 6 also. Can you see that this one is also fewer than 6, because it says, okay, x is greater or equal to 4, but x is less than. They did not include. So the one that drank 6 are included here. So the one that drank fewer, this one says x is less than 6, so it is not 6, and we want those who drank fewer than 6, so it is also included thereof. So it means those teachers are, how many are these teachers thereof? Or what you can do, not to confuse yourself, it is to just add the number of teachers thereof. It is 5, 15, and 13, which is 33. So how many staff? 33 staff members. It says the staff committee observed that K teachers were present on the day of the interviews. It was found that half of these K teachers drank from 0 to fewer than blah, blah, blah. Okay, on this interval, glasses of water per day, while remainder of them drank from 4 to fewer than 6. Okay, on that interval, class per day. When these K teachers are included in the data, the estimated mean is 4 classes per staff member. How many teachers were absent on that day? Okay, let me. Oh, okay. So this one, K teachers are. Let me reread. The staff committee observed that K teachers were absent on the day of the interview. It was found that half of the K drank from. They were absent, and then how did they drink? But it's fine. So we're gonna come to this interval. Actually, K teachers were absent again, but half of the teachers of these K teachers drank from what? From 0 to 2. So I'm gonna just add plus half of those teachers. Half of those teachers is supposed to be something like half of those teachers. Okay. And then half of those teachers also, the rest, the remainder, which I also have rank from this interval. Okay. So I just need to add those teachers thereof. And then they now tell me that the estimated mean of them, it is 4. It is 4. So how do I find uh, how do I find now the mean, the mean of those? Remember how to find estimated mean on this type of data. You need midpoint multiplied by frequency. What do I mean? Midpoint, it is the midpoint between the numbers here. 0 plus 2 divided by 2, it is 1. 2 plus 4 divided by 2, it is 3. 4 plus 6, jalo jalo. Can you see? So, and then midpoint multiply by what? By this frequency thereof. So when I do that, it's going to be something like when I say this multiply by that, this multiply by that, this multiply by that, this multiply by that, this multiply by that. Okay. So it's going to be, okay, sorry about that. Let me see what's happening here. Much. So it's going to be the estimated mean thereof. It is the sum of what? Of midpoint multiplied by frequency, all divided by number thereof. So let's try to find the midpoint multiplied by frequency. The first midpoint, it is 1. We agreed again. So guys, what I'm going to do is multiply this by that, this by that, this by that. Again, so it's going to be 1 multiplied by 5. So I'm going to do this. 1 multiplied by, okay, let me do this. 1 multiplied by 5 plus k divided by 2, and you add so far I have done this 1 multiplied by 5 plus 2k. This is what I have done so far, and then I'm going to add the rest, which is 3 multiplied by 15, and then 5. Let me do it like this. 5 multiplied by 18 plus k divided by 2 plus 7 times 5 plus 9 times 2. All divided by the number of people they were the teachers thereof. Can you see now? Teachers initially they were 40, but now we have to include those K teachers that we did not see. Again, so it's gonna be what? 40 plus K. But we were told that they are the same as what? Actually, I think I need to. I need to take this information here and move it above somewhere. Actually below. Yeah, somewhere here. So that we say, okay, we were already given that the new estimated mean it is 4. Okay, then it's just a matter of us applying a lot of mathematics thereof. Let's try to apply a lot of mathematics thereof. Okay, let's try to apply that. When we do that, we're gonna say 40 plus k multiplied by 4 is gonna be like 160 plus 4k. It is equal to, then I multiply the first bracket, it is 5 plus k divided by 2 plus 45 plus 5 times 13, it is 50 plus 15, it is 65 plus 5 times k times 2, it is 5k divided by 2 plus 7 times 5, it is 35. And then 9 times 2, it is 18. And then do your mathematics of multiply everything by 2. Multiply everything by 2. We are trying to remove the denominator thereof. We are trying to remove the denominator thereof. And then when you multiply by 2 and already add, when you multiply everything by 2 and already add the like terms thereof, it's gonna simplify to, this is gonna be 4k Actually, this will now be, let's talk about this one. This will now be, okay, let me rewrite that, guys. 320 plus 8k plus, okay, it is equal to 10 plus k divided by 2 multiplied by 2, which is just k, plus 90 plus 65, 130 plus 5k plus 70 plus 36. And then I can simplify, take the k, collect them, all the k's on the left hand side. So it's going to be k, 8k minus k minus 5k, which is 2k. I think, yeah, which is, yeah. Let me just confirm something. Yeah. And then we have how much here? K minus 5 minus this, it is 2k. It is equal to, and then let me see if I'm correct. Then I take everything to the other side. It's going to be 10 plus 90 plus 180 plus 70 plus 36, and then minus 320. I get something like 16. And then, therefore, k will be now equal to 8. Can you see? Yes. Another way in which you can do this, you can say, okay, the new mean will be midpoint multiplied by frequency. Again, divide by n. The new mean, we are told that it is 4. Let me say the new mean, we are now told it is 4. And then the midpoint multiplied by frequency, I'll just multiply 1 by 5. Just the normal 1 by 5, 1 by 5, 3 plus times 15 and all of that. And I want you to see something. 3 by 5, 1 by 5, and then 15 by 3, plus 13 by 5, 7 by 5, and then plus, guys, then I get plus, plus 9 times 2. But we know that this is not the data for the, we did not include the teachers here, but by saying that it is fine, we say, okay, it's fine. Let's see now how much is the new, okay, actually, this is the old one. I'm lying, guys. This is the old mean because we are using the data for the old mean. Okay, let's see the old mean gives us how much. The old mean gives us something like 4.2. And then when I say now, the old one, the old mean minus the new mean, it gives me 4.2 multiplied by minus 4. And then I get something like 0.2. So this one, it is the mean of the teachers that were absent thereof. And then I can say, okay, of the total 40, multiply by 0.2, I will get the teachers that were absent. Then I say 40 multiplied by 0.2, I get 8 what? Teachers. Similarly here, K is the same as what? As 8 teachers. So yeah, that's basically that's basically that, guys, for a November 2023 question paper. I hope you enjoyed this one.